assembly at a school, I'm not going to ask, Leo to create a spreadsheet and...
You can ask.
But I'll be doing it.
My fear will be there, and I'll just look at it like...
He'd be like, hey, Maria, can I call you later?
I'll look up in the sky and say, okay.
No, he'll ask, he'll say, did you get this? Do you know how to do it? Did you understand it? Yes, you do. He's looking at me.
She's got to be pissed.
And I always tell him, it's okay, I got it. I'm done with mine. Here, let me do yours.
I'm going to have to change it up.
He shows up the next day with a piece of chocolate. Here's Cindy. Here's some. I bought you some candy. And can I have some extension on that?
Yeah, like, Maria. No. You did that well, Maria. Did you get this? Yes. The Real Podcast of Dallas. Talking about fears. Yes, I do have fears.
But it's awesome though, because that's what's so cool about, this job. Cindy always knows, who she can send. Yeah, the strings, who she can send to do assemblies. She knows she can send me to do an assembly with little kids, but she will not do it with grown-ups.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's learning your what you're good at, and that's one of the way you conquer your fears. You know, is knowing where your weaknesses are. Work on your weaknesses, and then know where you're strong at. Some of you are very strong speakers. Some of you are not very strong speakers. But where are you? And even working on that, because say you're an introvert and you want to do a podcast or you want to speak publicly, you can work on that. Talk to people that have done it. I'm very shy. It's true. Yeah, really.
No, I believe that.
No.
I mean, but it's a situational thing.
Yeah, my wife said that. We were at church and she goes, "Boy, you're shy when it comes to being around people." And I was like, "I am."
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. She does all the talking. I'm just like,
oh wow.
Yeah, I'm.
No, Leo, I cannot.
I know it's hard. It's hard to believe. Yes, but yeah, I don't. When I meet new people, I'm very quiet. Here, at this place, when I started here, I was quiet. Now you can't shut me up.
No, that was Robert too, and I mean he's still that way. Mm-hmm. He's got to be at the right. One thing he doesn't like to do. Yes, I'm talking about you. Is if he loses a receipt. See, we have to have receipts here. He doesn't want to go back and ask for the receipt because he doesn't want to be an annoyance to anyone. So he'll just pull out his wallet and pay. But I'm going to go back to that place and say, "Hey, I threw away that receipt."
I one of the fears that I still struggle with is when I have to order things or talk to somebody in a position, and they say, when I have to go order things, like for my kids, and then they say, no tomatoes, no mayonnaise. I'm like, no, don't do that to me, because I can't. You take it out later.
Right.
Because it does, or when they ask me, I get it right, and then they go, vanilla shake or chocolate? I'm like, you just threw me off. I don't know. Cheese or no cheese? I don't know. What do you think? Throws me off. Yes.
That's hilarious.
But you overcome those things.
You do.
Yes. So we've reached the end of another episode of the Real Podcast of Dallas. Any last words for the show? Not last words. I mean, for this episode.
The best thing you can do is to acknowledge you have fears and to recognize that everybody, I don't care if they're faking it and saying they have no fears or acting confident, everybody has them.
Yes.
The quicker that you just open about it, hey, this scares me, then it's out there on the table. Now we can just move forward.
Yes. Anything you want to say, Mary?
Just be supportive. Be supportive to your friends, to your family members. If you know that they are going through a fearful situation, just be there for them. Offer to help them, because a lot of times, a person who is fear, it might be difficult for them to open up and ask for help. So So if you realize that they're experiencing this, be supportive and offer your help. It's okay to offer help to others.
And identify what is the worst thing that can happen. I do that with Genevieve. What's the
what
worst
is the
thing?
worst thing that can happen?
You're going to die?
You, yes.
Okay, well, that's fearful. You're going to die. No. But what is the worst thing?
This is how we should have started the show.
Yes.
What is the worst thing that could happen?
Right.
Yes. Okay, let's start all over again.
They'll laugh at me.
What is the worst thing that could happen?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, what is the worst thing that could happen? Ask yourself that question. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if it goes to that extreme, well, I could die. Well, that's okay. Let's change. Let's not face that fear then.
Right.
But yes, what is the worst thing that could happen? I like that.
And you play through all the scenarios.
Yes.
And you desensitize those scenarios.
Yes. Yeah. Ask for support. Get into a place where you're supported, where people like you can help you see your vision. Align yourself with positive people, positive family members, people who give you that support. I'll bring up our friend that came in with the accordion, Jocelyn. Mm-hmm. And that was her thing. She said, "I forget the haters. I don't even give them any attention."
See, somebody taught her that. That's brilliant.
Yes. So, align yourself with people like that, and face your fears. Fears are use it as a motivation. Don't use it as a crutch. And ask for help. Reach out for people. Reach out to us. Reach out to us on Facebook. Let us know what your fears are, and let us know if you overcame a fear. How did you overcome it? Life is short.
Oh, it is.
Life will pass you by. Don't have regrets. Do what you need to do.
Amen.
Life is good. So, Maria, how can they keep up with us? Because we're moving fast. Look at us.
Google The Real Podcast of Dallas. It'll give you the link to our Facebook. I think the best way to do it is by following us and liking us on Facebook, because if you are following us through Facebook, it'll update you on our new episodes as they come out. And you get direct access to the full entire episode.
Yeah, anywhere that you can find us, go ahead and subscribe.
Yes, because we're also on Spotify,
Spreaker, YouTube.
Yes.
Subscribe and like us so we can
follow, like,
continue to come on. Yes. Anything else before we go?
Oh, I could go on for hours, so.
Let's go. Well, this ends another episode of The Real Podcast of Dallas, the Overcoming Fear episode. And continue to listen to us, continue to like us, continue to support us. And we will continue to churn these out. A podcast made for mental health. A safe podcast for the entire family. A drug-free podcast. Not a free drug podcast. A drug-free podcast. Some kids say a free drug. No, drug-free.
Most of these kids have never heard the word churn. It's like churning butter.
Yeah. So, with that, I will leave you with a nice little summer song to enjoy the rest of your nice summer. Until the next episode. Thank you guys for joining us.
Rocky rocker from Zion, I see. Get ready to rock. We are the rockers from Zion, every coast. We're ready to rock. We sing Coco, it's Coco de rock. Coco, it's Coco de Rasta. Coco now, Coco de rock. Coco, it's Coco de Rasta. Somebody is working out.
the sound system.
The sound system.
Say Jaja rhythm.
Cha-cha rhythm.
You're moving through space and time. Brother Thumpy ain't got no fear. He's beating down the best line. Why don't you get on board this Iron Express? It's saying Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera. Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera Rasta. Rasta yeah. Coco, Coco now, Cocadera. Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera Rasta. Rockin' up, we gonna rock you. In the night, in the day up, we gonna rock your soul. Positively moving up, oh, weaving your time. No matter what you say or do, Jabana rock you down. That's why we saying Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera. Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera Rasta. Coco, Coco now, Cocadera. Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera Rasta. Rockin' it, rockin' it, rockin' it, rockin' it, we gonna rock you. In the night, in the day, yeah. We body rock your soul. We positively moving up, oh, within your time. No matter what you say or do, jump on the rock and down. That's why we're saying Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera. Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera Rasta. Rasta land. Coco, Coco now, Cocadera. Coco, Coco, it's Cocadera Rasta. Coco, Coco now, Cocadera. Coco.